Are you finding it harder and harder to get up from a seated position? You kind of feel like you get stuck halfway?
Are you starting to develop groin pain that's really preventing you from doing the activities that you used to really love to do, and you can't do them now because there's so much pain bothering you?
Do you have pain in your hip that goes from your hip even to your buttocks and is starting to travel up your back and it's starting to give you some backache? Stay tuned, because in this video we are going to give you our best 3 exercises for hip pain and stiffness. Hi, I'm Dr. Josh.
Hi, I'm Dr. Kristina, and we're chiropractors in Newmarket, Ontario, Canada.
And together we've been serving our patients through chiropractic care for the past 24 years.
And we've helped hundreds of patients with numerous, physical conditions like neck pain, back pain, arthritis, sciatica, and I mean the list goes on. And so we're really excited to bring you this information today. Now don't forget to subscribe and click the bell icon if you want to be notified every time we post. Our videos are full of quality content, giving you tips to help improve your quality of life.
Now let's get to the video.
A sedentary life is probably really the biggest culprit in developing hip pain, because when you're seated for long periods of time, what happens is you really get tight hip flexors and you just start developing hip flexor pain.
But it can arise from a number of different things. For example, arthritis, bursitis, tendonitis, and a lot of other issues due to the lower back. Depending on the conditions that are causing your hip pain, you might feel discomfort in your thigh, the inside of the hip joint, outside of the hip joint, in the groin itself, and even in the buttocks.
Now, you might notice that your pain gets worse with activity, and this usually happens when arthritis is present. Along with pain, you might start to feel stiffness and tightness, and that's kind of where that stiffness really starts to creep in and cause a lot more issues with range of motion. If the stiffness persists, really it can start to escalate, and you can begin to develop a bit of a limp. You'll have difficulty standing or sitting for long periods of time, and also if it's something that is actually originating in the back, in the low back, you can start to develop sciatica-like issues going down your legs. And so sciatica, as we all know, can be quite debilitating over time.
So a hip problem may not necessarily mean you have a problem with your hip. If you want to learn more, it would be worth your while to see a chiropractor to get it checked before it becomes a bigger issue. So a great story I had with the patient who had a hip pain. They actually got dragged in to see me by the daughter because he had pain in the hip and pain in the knee, and he was afraid that he would have to have surgery. He had heard stories about the hip replacements, and he was really honestly was just afraid. So he came in to see us for an opinion to see if it was a hip problem, and sure enough, he did have problems in the hip, but he also had a lot of problem in the lower spine. And so what we did was we started taking care of him. We took care of the spine issue. And amazingly, the hip pain and the knee pain went away, which was fantastic because it prevented him from having surgery, and he was a happier guy.
Yeah, no kidding.
Which was good.
So now we're going to go into our 3 best exercises for hip pain and stiffness. The first exercise is external rotation of the hip. The second exercise is the butterfly. And our third exercise is lunge stretch,
which is my favorite.
So our first exercise that we're going to demonstrate is the external hip rotation. Dr. Josh is going to be our guinea pig. And I'll have you lay flat on your back. Great. And you can extend both of your legs down. And now bend this knee and bring it up towards you and grab that with your hands. Great. So you're going to start to actually get a nice stretch in the back here, so in the thigh and in the buttock. Now I'm going to get you to start rotating your leg. There you go. So you're really going to start to feel that loosening in the hip joint. And the more comfortable you become with this exercise, you can start creating bigger and bigger circles. And bring your knee further to your chest. That's it. And then you're going to really start to feel a nice loosening in that hip joint. So exercise number 2 is our butterfly stretch. So for this one, you're just going to be seated on the floor, or you could probably do this on your bed as well, and you're going to bring your soles of the feet together.
Oh, see how flexible I am.
That's it. We'll see how flexible Dr. Josh is, right? There you go. Yeah. Excellent. And so you're just going to hold that position, okay? Yeah. And you really start to feel a stretch inside. Can you feel that?
Yep.
Yeah.
Nice.
And you can even like bounce your knees a little bit. But again, for this one, you don't want to push anything, okay? So if your knees are even higher like this, just hold it. Have something supporting your back so you can do this up against a couch, but you don't really want to be pushing your knees because you can, you know, overstretch, right? So we just want you to relax, let your body relax.
Yep.
Now the third exercise we're going to go through is the lunge stretch. So for this one, we're going to actually do it on the table, yeah, for demonstration purposes, but you can actually do it on the floor as well, right? So we're going to get Josh into our lunge position. Good. Excellent. There you go. Perfect. So yeah, you're going to have one foot forward, knee bent, and the other knee you're going to be resting on. And you're really going to feel it in the front of your hip. And you want to keep the knee at a 90-degree angle. You don't want the knee to go over the toe. So there you have it. Those are our 3 best exercises for hip pain and stiffness relief.
So if you liked the video, please like it, share it with everyone that you know, and if you can, we'd love to have you as a subscriber. Subscribe to our channel below. Also, if you have any questions, be sure to leave a comment below. We'd love to hear what you have to think, and if you have any of your other exercises that you think are fantastic or what you use for your hip.
So thank you so much for watching. We loved having you here, and we're gonna see you on the next video. Bye.